Hey guys, I'm so happy to be done with my Monday at work. Um, feel so sorry for the Falcons, kinda. I'm a Panthers fan, so I mean, they all could have lost for all I care. Got my notes. I'm ready to talk about Married to Medicine. It was actually a really good episode. And I'm excited to talk about it because I have a whole lot of feelings and such about these people. First of all, let me just get the slower stuff out of the way. Starting off with Dr. Jackie and her husband. I like how Dr. Jackie decided not to take her husband, and I'm saying her husband because I don't know his name. I'm horrible with names, and I was over here writing down all the stuff. It's like, man, Dr. Jackie is what matters, so we'll be all right. Anywho, Dr. Jackie did not bring the hubby to the convention, conference, whatever you want to call it, because she knows that it will bring up issues and concerns within her own marriage, so she didn't want to stir that pot by bringing him there, which makes a whole lot of sense to me. I believe with the dire point that her relationship is in, they require to come together by themselves without any extra assistance, at least to try that. And if that doesn't work, of course counseling is there, but at least to come together as one by themselves. And that's what they did. She took the time, Dr. Jackie took the time to show her husband that he was special to her. She did a very sentimental thing by wearing the first dress that he purchased for her. First of all, congratulations on still being able to wear that. Second of all, congratulations on still having that. Third of all, congratulations on wearing it at a time where it need to be worn. Yeah, I just think that they're on their way to something. As far as Dr. Jackie, I truly believe that they need to really take a step back and look at where they're compromising. I believe Dr. Jackie really needs to talk about the effect that it's having on her not having a child. And I believe that she also needs to make sure that she's not only listening to her husband about not being at home, but I believe she needs to actively create more time for the two. So I think they're on the way. I think that's good. That's enough about them. Toya and Eugene. So I know their name, right? I think I know Eugene's name because his name is Eugene. Anywho, they went to a person to help budget their monies because they have to pay off this debt. And apparently, they weren't living a lifestyle that was conducive to the money that was coming in. Apparently. So I'm happy that they have taken the steps to be in a better place money wise, so that they won't be caught up in the same situation that they're in 5 years down the road. So kudos to them. Okay. Let's see what else. That's pretty much it as far as the other stuff that was going on. One thing I had to say, Mariah was so shady this whole episode. For her to say that she's a friend of Lisa, she was literally all up in the confessionals talking so horribly about her, talking about how boring she is. She'd rather have a friend that likes to have some cocktails, but she took her to a tea shop. There was no need to talk about how she would fall asleep and wake up, but she still have a good time. That doesn't sound like a good time to me. You don't talk about your friends that way. And that's just one thing I don't like about the whole reality show thing. They're just putting together random people. Some of them may know each other, but the bulk of them, they don't know each other until they come together on the show. So I just don't like the thought of forced relationships. But whatever. Mariah needed to be with Lisa because I can't imagine anybody else purposely wanting to film with Mariah. She's I don't feel as if she has a whole lot of quality as a woman. Anywho, Lisa. It's difficult for me to listen to Lisa talk because of her voice. She's very whiny, and she's a liar. That's what she is. She's a liar. And her husband's a liar. And I can't go into that. Let's move on. The storyline. The storyline is with Lisa wanting to do a convention with Heavenly. They come together, start the process. Lisa says she has the hookup. It'll be $7,000 for the both of them to go in, so $3,500 for them to put in together so we can get this venue and have this convention together, conference together. So what happens is that all of a sudden it becomes $7,000 each rather than just $7,000 altogether. The prices change, things aren't being clear, and so I believe Heavenly did the right thing by just pulling out because everything is not going the way they should be. Especially if you're about to be investing more than $20 into something, you need to know how your money is being spent and what's going on, what kind of contracts are being written or signed or whatever, and also how am I getting my money back? How am I seeing a return on my investment? And those things weren't happening, so I respect Heavenly for just pulling out. I mean, anybody would. And I just kind of hate that Lisa's doing this on TV because she's making herself look absolutely horrible as a business person. She's supposed to be the entrepreneur and everything. She's supposed to be the established businesswoman. But if this is how you do business, who would want to work with you? But whatever. She's done this plenty of times, these conferences, and as far as doing a relationship conference, I would never go to anything about any relationships that has to do with anything outside of business for Lisa. Because Lisa, she can't even keep it real about her own relationship with her husband. How am I supposed to follow her and what's going on as far as it relates to my relationship? So I think it's pointless for her to have a relationship seminar or a conference. This is why I believe she had Heavenly to join her, because let's be real, who would want to go to a Lisa conference about relationships? It doesn't make any sense. Looking at the footage that was in Lisa's conference, she had a huge venue. She had a large size venue and she had round tables. And there were a lot of people there. It just looked sparse. I did see, my husband caught a few camera angles trying to make it seem look like, they had a good amount of people there. Whatever. As far as Heavenly's event, she had her whole setup differently as well as a smaller venue. But I would have to say Heavenly looked like she had a whole lot more fun versus Lisa. It just looked like Lisa was there to spill her issues. It looks like the best conversations that were had were with all the men together. And it looked like the women, they were talking about sisterhood and stuff. What does sisterhood have to do with the relationship with you and yours? Whatever, you got me. But I thought the subject matter wasn't all that great for Lisa's conference, and I would have loved to go to Heavenly's just to have that conversation. I would love to do that myself. Spark conversations about relationships and things of that nature, and I think it would be so much fun. But as far as Lisa's concerned and her conference, I ain't like it. It was whack. Let's see what else. Oh, and as far as Heavenly doing the conference it looked like on the same day, and putting the other girls in a position where they had to choose which way that they would go. I do think that's somewhat tacky. Doing your own thing, that's one thing. Doing your own conference, that's one thing. But to have it on the same day in the back. Anyway, doing a conference on the same day as Lisa or your competition, I just think that's just not giving anybody a chance to pick and choose where they want to go. But at the end of the day, she did what she did. You know, it was the petty thing to do. Shoot, I would have done it too. Whatever. Anyway, at the very end of the show, there is the big confrontation. And basically, you know, Heavenly called Lisa out for being a liar, which is what she was. And what irked me the most is the fact that Lisa Nicole was talking about how she was saying Heavenly was never a partner. How are you not a partner and I'm giving you money? I'm over here paying money. Am I paying money just to be a guest? Of course not. I'm paying money so that I can make money off of this event just like you are. And for Lisa to say that that's a lie, it's just beyond me. Lisa, sweetheart, ma'am, you need to find a better way. Okay? Deceiving people, it may work in your relationship, in your marriage, but as far as doing that to people outside of that, the people that's supposed to be your friends, that's never going to work. See, that's why Dr. Simone said that she'd rather support Dr. Heavenly, because Dr. Heavenly's the one that's been more of a friend to her rather than, you know, you, Lisa, the one that I went to lunch with a few summers ago. I don't know what kind of what Lisa is trying to do, say, or what world is she living in as far as what friends are. But, you know, you can't expect to put nothing into something and for people to respond as if you're amazing. Anywho, may the Lord bless all of y'all. I hope you guys like it. Like this video, of course. My mother really wants y'all to subscribe. Her name is Mama Z. And do what she says because she said so. I mean, you don't have to, but could you? Okay? Just like, comment, and subscribe. I just want to know how y'all feel about Lisa because I can't stand the woman. And I just can't, a part of me can't believe that she could really be like that in real life. Maybe she could be. Anywho, once again, have a marvelous day.